In this webinar, I want to invite you to take note of the exercises which Rudolf Steiner has given in 1912 in a lecture called Overcoming Nervousness. So in a way, with these exercises, you do not just think about these layers, but in a way, you practice to touch them. So maybe you are not even aware of it, but you touch them. These practical exercises, and that's why I think they are important for our times, they lead us, they do not only solve problems, they lead us to ourselves, to our spiritual core in us. And there, it's important what Rudolf Steiner said already in 1913 to his disciples who understood themselves as his esoteric pupils. And these are notes from one of the pupils in one lesson. And there he noted what Rudolf Steiner has said, but in his own words, the seer sees how currents flow from the etheric body and the astral body, which can then be expressed in the movement of the limbs. That means that, in a way, there is a stream, and I express this stream through my limbs. And he gives an example. J, is an outward striving starting with the left hand. Or in German E, in English A, this gesture which I've shown you with the crossing of the hand. Put your right hand over your left, cross your right foot over your left, just as the optic nerves are crossed in the human head. So, we've just done it, huh? Easy, let's go on. But then he starts. And this we should take into consideration and take very serious, because that's for us now. You should not carry out the movements, but inhibit the movement. Press the limbs firmly against your body, but feel the same as if you were to carry out the movements. These were esoteric students then, and what they tried to do in their circle, we can do, all of us can do it now, because times have changed. And then Steiner finishes, we ourselves are the lost word of creation. So through this we can touch this word, this world of creation. If you want to join in, just stand up. And one principle of Eurythmy is that where you move and where the effect is, that's in different places. Yeah? Because that's this game, this play, the interference of the etheric and the I. Yeah? We will look into it if you join the course, but it's not a main issue, but it's just in the background. So just stand, we just do the I, the yod. Huh? The left hand is in front of the heart, and then you just use the forces of your heart to send your arm out. And if you are not getting lost in what you are doing, but if you still feel your body, you will notice the arm will not pull you there, but in a way, the uprightness, the feeling of uprightness in your body even increases. All you have to do is stay with yourself. Once again, use the forces of your heart to send the hands out and stretch the arm. And stay with yourself and feel that you become bigger from that. So what you already did, and most of you probably tried it, those who joined in, that you actually created an etheric flow, and this one took your hands along. They were practicing it in their secret circles, and you just can do it like now. Like, as you have done it forever probably. And now, just stand there, and now we do what Steiner said. Put your hand in front of your chest. Don't move your hand. Leave it where it is. Move your invisible hands in front of your chest. Create a stream from your hand, from your heart, and carry this invisible arm and hand towards the outside, towards the periphery. Use the muscles of your invisible upper arm to stretch this arm and hand. Stretch the fingers of this invisible hand. And just feel if your uprightness feels as if it would be increased. And let go, let your breath react. What I said was, when you don't know if that's just in your head, yeah, you just think it in your head. But if you do it and suddenly you feel your uprightness increases, then you know that it was real. Yeah? And the same when you do the E, for example. And to make it easier, it's the last thing we try out together. Just stand on your both feet. That's the easiest way to stand. And then, what Steiner said, cross your right leg slowly, do it slowly in front of your left leg. Feel where they touch, the lower legs where they touch, and try to press them against each other in a way that they create the feeling they rest at each other. So how do I have to press? That they're not fighting but resting each other. And then try, if you can get a sort of mirror picture of this feeling, what it feels like that they rest on each other in your heart. And then slowly put your foot back. And let your breath react. And now do it again. Take your right foot, but don't move it. Really feel your right leg. Slowly cross it over the left leg. Press the right leg against the invisible part of the left leg. There's also the etheric leg. And try to press them in a way that you feel they start to rest on each other. And then listen if you can feel a resonance of this. And you have the feeling that you feel something in your heart which happens down there. You know you moved your etheric body, your etheric limbs, it's real. Okay, maybe you experience 10% or 5% or 2% of what I tried to bring, but 2% is a lot. What we have to learn is, as soon as you feel something, you have entered a completely different world, and it's not the matter how much it is, but you enjoy it. What Steiner means inhibit the movement, he described just the E is cross your arms. And then he says do the same, but do not move your arms, inhibit the movement of your arms, keep them here, because normally the etheric takes the arms along. If I put my etheric body a little bit forward, my physical body starts walking by itself, because my physical body knows that it's nourished by the etheric body, so quickly it starts running. Yeah? So I just put this energy system a little bit forward, and my body feels invited to walk. And if I put my energy, so I have in a way to say, stop, don't follow the etheric, let the etheric move by itself now. Just be in the etheric with your consciousness. Yeah? A short answer, but I hope it became clearer. Move the etheric and leave the physical body where it is. What we have to learn and to develop is to see that the I, our innermost core, actually is the healing factor of the world, is the factor of health. when you manage to touch this reservoir, these resources in you, this I quality. And for this, I think this course could be that we together also deal with this question. Just let's touch our members unconsciously, but we touch them, think about it, and we have this question in mind: what is the core, the I of the human being? For me, it's great that I could talk with you about these exercises, because the longer I work with them, the clearer it becomes to me how much they can give to us and how useful it is also to share on them, to do them together. It gives a lot of energy for everyday life, and people who do these exercises report that.